I'm going to be talking about Centro para Familias Hispanas. Feel free to ask me questions as we go, or, but obviously we will have some time as well at the end of the presentation. So the Centro para Familias Hispanas has been in Wake County for 25 years. This September, we will have our 25th anniversary. And we are a program of Catholic Charities of the Diocese of Raleigh. And our main goal is to provide help to our neighbors by alleviating the effects of poverty and creating hope by developing solutions that transform lives. That's all our programs through Catholic Charities. So here are fun pictures of our little kiddos in a graduation of our computer classes a few years ago. And so I'll share with you about our core programs. Of course, as any Hispanic center, and any of you that work in the community, this is just like the main things we do. But as we all know, if we are a center that helps the Hispanic community, we address way more than the things that we mentioned here, because almost any type of need that somebody has, they will come to a center like ours for help, right? But so these are like our main programs. The first one is Family Advancement Services, Early Childhood and Intervention Programs, Immigration Legal Services, and classes of different types and seasonal programs. So for our Family Advancement Services, what our main program is case management. We provide case management to families. We accompany them through the process of connecting to services if they're just adjusting to the new country where they have arrived. Whatever the need is, we try to do that by accompanying them through case management in that. And many times that means that we're also advocates. We advocate for them at the school. We advocate for them with providers of different agencies that sometimes because of language, they're not able to provide a very effective service. So through our advocacy, we're able to connect them better to the services they need or programs. We also do obviously community referrals to resources in Wake County. And we have been partnering with El Pueblo and many other agencies, local organizations, to provide the community action ID here in Wake County, which is very similar to other IDs that you guys probably are issuing in your counties, and is part of the network of the Faith Action ID. We assist with completing SNAP or food stamps, Medicaid, Social Security applications, all types of applications that ends up in our clients receiving some benefits, either from the government or some charity programs, but mainly Medicaid, SNAP, and all those programs. We are very proud and excited that we have launched a new program called Prescription Assistance Program. And this is to provide help with to families that they have been able to go to a doctor, they don't have insurance, they're able to pay a doctor's consultation because they are feeling sick, but then after that, they're not able to afford their prescription, which it happens, right? And so we will be able to provide prescription assistance for clients that have gone to a doctor, do not have a health insurance, and need to purchase medication. So they just need to come here so we can do the intake form and communicate with the pharmacy and be able to process the payment of that prescription. Also, when we have federal funding that we receive once or twice a year, depending on availability, we provide rent assistance to families. We just finished our funds, but we're waiting to get more in the next 2 weeks. So if anybody lives in the area of Wake County, we are able to pay up to 3 months of rent for a family. Another service that we provide, not just the Centro para Familias Hispanas, but as Catholic Charities in our Raleigh region, we provide affordable mental health counseling. We have a bilingual therapist. I put her information here because you don't really need a referral. The family or the person interested can just contact her directly. The consultation is $35, or if they have Medicaid, of course, she can bill Medicaid for the therapy. But she can see children from 4 years old and up, and also adults. or she can do group therapy with families. We have our early childhood programs. We do developmental screenings. If a mom comes and we see that there is a 3-year-old that's not speaking very much, or that there are babies that are not crawling and they're 1 year old, they're still not walking, things like that, we do a developmental screening. And depending on what we find in those in the screening, we are able to refer them to CDSA, Children's Developmental Services Agency, to Wake County Public School Services, the Child Find Office, which is for preschool children. So any type of developmental delay that we find, we address it, and we're able to connect the families to the services that are most appropriate, because we want to make sure that every Hispanic child that is age 5 is going to be ready for kindergarten, developmentally, emotionally, and health in his health. He's going to be ready for kindergarten. So we believe that early intervention is the key, and we partner with Smart Start so that we'll make sure that our children in Wake County, Hispanic children, have what they need, at least those that we can serve, so that they can be ready for kindergarten. Through that, we also have a program called Language is the Key, or El Lenguaje es la Clave, where we teach parents how to read to their kids, and not only so that they can develop the love for reading, which is going to be very important down the line in school, but also because through reading and interacting with our children, we develop language. And we want our children to have as much language developed by age 5 as their white counterparts or Asian counterparts, right? We know that sometimes our Hispanic children fall behind on language development, and that affects how they're gonna perform in school. So with all of these, we obviously provide case management for these families so that we make sure that they will be connected to a service, and that they will be successfully linked to a program where the children can thrive once they have been enrolled in different programs that Wake County offers through different agencies. Well, these are some pictures of our women's leadership program. And so for our classes, right now we're offering financial literacy classes. They're 5 sessions, and they're very comprehensive, from like learning how to save money, how to get out of debt, what things you need to do and strategies to be able to get out of debt and start doing your emergency fund, kind of like the basic skills that we all need to be financially literate and have a better quality of life. All of these skills are taught through these classes, and we partner with the Financial Literacy Council to do these classes. Also with the City of Raleigh, more or less twice a year, we offer the local government classes en gobierno local, where we learn all about how the City of Raleigh government works. And that way, as citizens, we're able to utilize the services provided by the city, and also to learn more about how to be involved in our city. We provide referrals to classes that are provided in Spanish by Wake Tech. And so if anybody needs to learn English, or not English, sorry, they need to learn like computer classes, or sometimes even like electricians or makeup classes, so many different types of classes that Wake Tech offers. Some of them are provided in Spanish, and we're able to link our clients to those classes. We provide a virtual tutoring program for elementary school children. After the pandemic, the number of tutors have really decreased instead of increased for now. So we have a very limited space for children, but that's something we're trying to grow. We have a beautiful camp called Pequeños Gigantes, or Little Giants. And that summer camp is for 1 week. And it's one of my favorite programs because we do a lot of fun stuff for the children, but we also teach them about to feel proud to be Hispanic, to be proud of their color, their accent, their language, their mom, their dad, their roots, you know. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful camp where we also address issues as bullying, as helping others, as safe touches, like what is safe and what is not safe, right? So if somebody's being abused, they can report it safely. As I mentioned, we have a women's leadership conference and a program for women We used to have a small group for women, also a support group. That's hopefully we can revamp it again next year. But for now, we're getting ready to do our women's conference in October the 7th. And all of you are invited to this conference, and I can give you more information as we finalize details. But you can follow us on mujerpreparate.org. That's the website for our women's leadership conferences. We also have a Christmas program for children in Wake County. It's called Regalos con Amor, or Wrapped with Love, where last year we gave toys to close to 400 children in Wake County. Not clothes, sorry, toys. And we also do tax preparation for free for families that live in Wake, and sometimes even families that come all the way from Durham to get free tax preparation through the VITA volunteers. And that's only during the tax season. So after the tax season is over, we don't provide any more kind of assistance with taxes. So these are kind of like the basics classes that we do. Of course, as I mentioned, in between things, there are other things where we can connect families to lawyers, to health clinics. We're seeing, as all of you are seeing, a big influx in the last few years of families newly arrived from South America, Central America, and so they have no idea where to go. And of course, we're trying to connect them to low-cost clinics, to the right schools for their children, and all kind of services in between. So I tried to make it brief, but I want to make sure quickly you know that we also provide immigration legal services, and that's not just for Raleigh residents or Wake County. It could be for anybody that lives in this area. These services are provided by an accredited representative by the Department of Justice. They're not attorneys, but they're very well trained to do this work. They are affordable. The first appointment is for $50, and then based on what the need is and the type of documentation and type of filing that has to happen, they will give you a price for the whole thing. But the first appointment is $50. It has to be an appointment. They don't take walk-ins. So if anybody's interested, they can visit Catholic Charities Raleigh.org/immigration, and you will be able to see more information about this department. Also in Catholic Charities and co-located with us, we have our food pantry, which is the largest food pantry in Eastern North Carolina. We see about 5,000 people a month, and 60% of them are Hispanic. So because we're in the same building, we are busy almost every day serving our families, and that's why we're here, and we love it. So this is a nice picture of our summer camp last year, and I think that's what I'm going to say for now.